Good morning, everyone. We need a tissue this morning, so if you don't have one handy, you might want to grab one, and let's come to the mat. We're starting with it's not really a breathing exercise, it's more of a kriya or a cleansing exercise called Agnisari breathing. And like I said, you'll need a tissue. But before we start, let's just find a comfortable seat on the floor. If you'd like to use a blanket or a block to sit on, feel free to do so. And let's close our eyes. Relax our bodies, relax our minds. And begin to focus inward. Release the thoughts. And if you'd like to set an intention for your class this morning, please do so now. And you can open your eyes. Larry, could you grab the clock for me? I forgot it. So Agnisari breathing, we're going to be using Vishnu Mudra. So that means we're making a little V with our fingers by putting your, as they say, the peace fingers are bent, 2 and 3, and your thumb, 4 and 5 are up. We're going to be covering your right nostril. So I'm not going to mirror you here, but cover with your right nostril with your thumb. And then we're going to do a pumping action with the diaphragm that'll be on the exhale. So we'll be pumping out of the left side. And this is why you need tissue. There you go, because it cleans you out. It's wonderful to do if you have sinus issues or if you're a little congested in the morning. So we'll do 20 pumps out of your left nostril. Then we'll cover the left nostril with the ring finger and pump 20 times on the right out of the right nostril. Then we'll remove the hand completely and pump 20 times with both nostrils. Okay. So again, taking an inhalation, preparatory breath in through the nose. And then exhaling through both nostrils. Now covering the right nostril with your thumb, let's exhale 20 times out of the other side. And then cover the left nostril and pump 20 out of the right. Remove the hand, 20 out of both nostrils. And return to normal breathing. Use your tissue if you need to. And just close your eyes and take a couple of breaths before we repeat it again. And let's take a preparatory breath in through both nostrils again. And exhaling. Now covering the right nostril, let's pump for 20 on the left. Cover the left, pump 20 out the right. Remove the hand, 20 out of both nostrils. And return to normal breathing using your tissue. One final time, let's take a preparatory breath in through both nostrils. And exhaling. Again, covering the right nostril with the thumb and pump for 20 out of the left. Change to the right nostril. Remove the hand, both nostrils. And return to normal breathing using your tissue as needed. And I find also, especially in the winter, or if you live in a dry climate, out in the Western United States, something like that, using a saline spray in your nose before you do that also helps to loosen things up and to help you cleanse the nasal passage. So let's drop our heads now and do some neck rolls. Inhale to your left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, make sure you're relaxing your shoulders. Relax the jaw, space between your teeth. One more time. And relax as you exhale, rather, as you go to the other side. Coming to center. Inhale, other way. And exhale, check your shoulders if they're still relaxed. One more time. Inhale. Just noticing how your neck feels, one side versus the other, as you exhale and come down to the other side. Final time. Inhale. And exhale. Coming to center, you can open your eyes and with your hands on your knees, let's do some seated cats and cows. So inhale, we're going to look up, arching the back, and exhale, pressing the top of the back out, engaging your core, pulling the core muscles in towards the spine. And then inhale for our cow, looking up, and exhale, feeling the whole spine flexing here, the whole way from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. Inhale. Just do a few of these at your own pace with the breath. Exhale. One more. And return to center. Inhale, bring the arms up, reach for the sky, simultaneously rooting down with your hip bones. Drop your right arm to the floor for support. Continue to reach with your left. And then let's come over to the side for a side stretch, pushing that same hip down as your arm that's extended. Finding that stretch in the side of the body. Relax your jaw here. Just finding a side stretch. And breathe. And return to center. Shake it out. Both arms up. Now, releasing the right hand to the floor, pressing down now with your left hip and reaching, continuing to reach up and out with that left arm, finding your stretch. Release the jaw. And breathe. And release. Shrug your shoulders. Bringing your hands to your shoulders. Let's make some circles. Gentle but nice big circles, as though there's a spotlight on the end of your elbows and you're drawing big circles on the walls on either side. Go one way, then go the other way. Make sure you're keeping the neck nice and soft here and the chin parallel with the floor. And then keeping your elbows in the same level as your shoulder. Let's just do some twists. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Come to center, go the other way. Inhale, exhale. And come to center, shrug your shoulders. So pick up your belt if you have it nearby. And let's just open it to, again, a nice, I think we've done these before, where we're going to hold the belt with our arms straight and hold it only as tight as you need it to be able to let the arms drop behind the body. If you can't drop the arms behind the body, take a wider hold on your belt and come back and forth, just rolling into the shoulders. Inhale up and exhale forward. Keep the chin parallel with the floor. Doing a few of those. And you can put your belt to the side, shrug your shoulders, bringing your hands together. Let's do some wrist rolls. Going one way, then go the other way. And then holding your hands forward with your arms straight as though you're holding a softball in your hands. Keep that hold and let's do some circles with the hands, trying to keep the forearms out of it. Go the other way. Relax your jaw. And then doing some figure eights, still holding that ball with your hands. Go the other way. Shake it out. Make some fists, straighten fingers, stretch. And let's bring the hands together, press the hands together, namaste prayer. Pressing through the tops of the hands. And then let's roll them around so that you're pressing the backs of the hands. Finding a little stretch here, so nothing crazy, very gentle. And shake it out. Now coming into a side saddle position, so that both feet are on one side of your body and your feet are about a 90-degree angle from either side. We're just going to do some side to sides, moving the feet, knees rather, from side to side. Just rolling back and forth, touching both hands behind you each time. Just moving the hips. And breathe. And then on your next one, we're going to practice the get-ups onto our knees. So do the best you can, trying to come onto the knees without the hands. If you can, if you have to use the hands, no worries, do that. But we're going to keep working on these because it's a wonderful exercise to work on core strength as well as hip strength. So just coming up without the hands if possible, coming to the other side. And let's just do a few of these. Inhale up, exhale down. Use the breath to help you come up. And exhale down. Coming over onto all fours, let's come into our child position. Spreading the knees. with your hands in front of you, or if you'd like them behind along your sides of your body. Feel free, whatever feels good. Take some wiggles and jiggles, loosen up that lower back and the hips. Come to the breathing, feeling the back of the body rise and fall. One more breath here. Now coming up onto all fours, let's reach your left arm up to the sky and then slide the back of the hand underneath the other arm and coming into our twisted puppy. You can extend the right arm above you if you'd like. Let the hips fall back, get that nice stretch along the length of the body, as well as a nice twist here. Or if it's available to you, you can take that right arm, lay it over the back, and maybe hooking your fingers around the left thigh for just a little more opening of that upper shoulder. And breathe. This is our twisted puppy. Relax the face. Release the hips. And release, come back to center. We'll do the other side. So inhale, lifting up and looking with the eyes, with the right arm sliding the back of the hand, coming onto the mat, finding your stretch here and your twist, reaching with that underarm, reaching the back of the hand to find maybe a little bit more of a twist, letting the hips fall back a little bit, reaching forward with the left hand. Finding a stretch and a twist here. If you'd like to take the left arm over the back of the body and hook the fingers around the right thigh, feel free to do that. And breathe, opening that shoulder. Lifting that left shoulder up, maybe just a little bit as you breathe. And release, come back to all fours. Grabbing your bricks, you're going to need both of them. And with one on its side, actually for this one, we just need one brick. We're going to lay on the side with the brick on its side, like the shoebox side. Extend your left arm out. So I'm laying on my left side. I'm extending my left arm out, palm down. The other arm is just bent and on the floor for support. My legs are extended. Inhale, we're going to bring the top knee up. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the sky. Inhale, bring the foot up behind that knee while we're still keeping it up. Exhale, bring the knees together. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring the foot to the knee. Inhale, bring the knee now to the floor. And exhale down. This is a little confusing, so it's okay if you haven't done these before. Just working into the range of motion of the hip. Inhale, bring the knee up forward. Exhale, knee to sky. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, knee down. Exhale, straighten the leg. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, knee forward. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knees together. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee forward. And exhale, straighten the leg. Now roll over. We'll do the other side. I'm going to switch so you can see me from the other side. So with the legs extended, extend out if you're laying on your right side, you're going to extend now the right arm onto the floor, palm down for support. Other hand is beside you for support. Extend the legs. Inhale, bring the left knee up. Exhale, knee to sky. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee down. And exhale, extend. Again. Inhale, knee bent. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee forward. And exhale, straighten the leg. Again, inhale, knee. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee forward. And exhale, extend. I think there was only 2, right? That was 3. Okay, good. So we're done. Very good. And so just moving into the range of motion of your hips, it's a good thing to work on just to get things loosened up in the morning. Coming back into our all 4 position here. And with your hands a little farther forward, we're going to come into work on our chaturanga, baby chaturanga at first. So with your fingers spread and your hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to come down chaturanga. I think we've worked on chaturanga, but it's basically a small push-up. The elbows stay in towards the body. And we're going to lower the torso just as far as the elbows and then straighten. Down and straighten. So we're on our knees, down and straighten. Let's do 5. If you can, do as many as you can. Press up, 1 more. And straighten. Now, if you'd like to work on this a little bit this week, you can lift the knees, come up onto the toes, and do the same thing, but with the knees off the floor. Down, keep the elbows in and up, down and up, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, 4 and up. Last one, down and up. Drop the knees. Take a little stretch here. And then let's tuck our toes and come into our downward facing dog. And walk out your dog, stretch your calves, shake the head yes and no, make sure your neck is relaxed. And breathe. Now, when you're ready, take your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, and drop the foot over your opposite hip. Just a twisted dog here. And breathe, opening that hip. And bring the leg back. We'll do the other side. Inhale, lift the other leg to the sky, bend the knee, drop the foot over the opposite hip. And breathe. Opening that hip. And return both feet back to center. 1 breath here. And when you're ready, let's bend the knees, soften the knees, walk to the front of your mat. Taking your hands
into our forward fold, our Uttanasana, and let's grab the opposite elbow so that your right arm is holding your left ankle and your left arm is holding your right ankle. Twisted forward fold. And breathe. Release your neck. Keep the knees soft as you need to be able to reach. Now take your left arm, release, and bring it over the right arm so that we're doing the other way. Somehow this feels a little more awkward to me. And release. Shake your arms out. Come up onto the fingertips for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale into the fold, hands to your hips, engage your core, press through your heels, and hinge up to standing. You may have guessed we're doing a lot of twists today. It's our twist theme. Coming into our, well, actually before that, let's just swing it out a little bit. Just take some swings with the arms. Bend the knees, bounce a little bit. Loosen up the chin, the shoulders. And then take any wiggles and jiggles, some little jumps if you'd like, just to wake things up. Okay. And coming into now our mountain pose with your big toes together, lifting and spreading the other toes. Closing the eyes with your hands at your side, or softening them if you need to keep your eyes open a little bit for your balance. Bringing our focus now to the bottom of our feet. Feeling the connection of the feet with the floor. Beginning to build our mighty mountain, beginning deep in the earth. Feeling that energy rush into the feet and lift the arches, coming into the calves. Engaging with our kneecaps, rising up through our hips, thigh muscles, the Mula Bandha, engaging our Uddiyana Bandha, allowing that energy now to rise up through the back of the spine, opening our heart space as the shoulders roll back, engaging our Jalandhara Bandha and allowing the energy to flow freely through the back of the head and up through the crown. And feeling this energy connecting us from the earth to the sky and the sky to the earth. Coming to our Ujjayi breathing. Strong mountain. Full of life and energy and fire. And you can open your eyes and return to normal breathing. Stepping to the front of your mat, coming into our flow with your feet about hip width. Inhale, the arms rise, reaching up to the sky, making space in the spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips down to the floor. Inhale, coming up onto our fingertips, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back right. Exhale, step back left. Inhale, rolling the shoulders over our hands. Exhale, belly to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Holding for 2 breaths. Exhale, hold. Squeezing those elbows in tight to the body. Inhale. And exhale down. Again, inhale, lifting maybe a little more, squeezing all the muscles in the upper part of the spine. Exhale, hold.
Inhale, squeeze, and exhale down. Locust. Now inhale, lift the feet, hands, shoulders, head off the floor. Exhale, hold. Engaging all the muscles in the back of the body. And exhale down. Again, inhale, feet, hands, shoulders, head off the floor. Exhale, hold. Inhale, squeeze, strong back. And exhale down. Inhale, let's press up now, directly to downward facing dog, and take a few breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, spreading those fingers wide. Make sure you're pressing through the tops of the hands as you inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 3. Check your head, yes and no. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale, maybe coming up on your toes if you'd like. And exhale, maybe bending the knees and coming into a bent leg dog. Final breath, inhale, pressing the heels back towards the floor maybe. And exhale for 5. Soften your knees as you inhale. Walk the feet to the front of the mat, coming into our forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to hips, press through the heels, standing up, hands to your side. 1 resting breath, and we're going to repeat that. And exhaling through the fingertips. Inhale, arms rise, stretch, and exhale, swan dive from the hips down to the floor. Inhale up halfway, and exhale deeper into the fold. Inhale, step back now with the left foot. Exhale, step back with the right. Inhale, shoulders over the hands. And exhale, lower the body to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, hold and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, cobra. And exhale down. 1 more. Inhale, cobra. Hands, shoulders, head. Exhale, really pressing through the tops of the feet to get a little bit more lift. Inhale. And exhale down. Now locust. Inhale, feet, hands, shoulders, face. Lift. And exhale, squeezing everything in the back of the body. Inhale, strong spine. And exhale down. Again, inhale, feet, shoulders, hands, head. Exhale, hold. Inhale, squeeze those elbows to the side of the body. And exhale down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Press up into downward facing dog. And inhale for 5. And exhale, work your legs. Take any wiggles and jiggles as you'd like. Exhale for 2. Inhale, strong arms, pressing those hips up to the sky. Exhale for 3. Inhale for 4. And exhale. Check your head. Inhale, 5. And exhale. Inhale, soften the knees. Walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to take a resting breath here before we continue. And bringing your hands to your side. Moving on. Let's continue to inhale, reach up, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back right. Exhale, step back left. Now this time we're going to go into downward facing dog. Stay here for a breath. And then moving into our dolphin pose, we're going to drop the forearms to the floor. So we're in dolphin dog here. On your next inhale, we're going to roll forward and touch the nose to the floor. Coming back up, this is strength move, then pressing through both hands, coming back to downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Working on our strength here today. Inhale for 3. Exhale. Press those hips up to the sky. Shake your neck. Make sure you're nice and relaxed. One more breath. We're going to do dolphin one more time. On your next inhale, that's that exhale, drop the elbows to the floor. So we're on our forearms. Touching the nose to the floor and coming back up. Inhale, press through the hands at the same time and coming into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Exhale for 1. Shake out your head. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Strong arms. Inhale. And exhale. Soften your knees. On your next inhalation, walk to the front of your mat. Coming into your forward fold. Inhale up on the fingertips. Exhale deeper. Inhale, hands to your hips. Engage your core, press to the heels, and come to standing. Take a resting breath here, hands at your side. And breathe. Maybe rolling out your shoulders a little bit. It's strong work. And if you can't quite press up from the dolphin, then it's your challenge to work on that. Strength move. Final flow. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, hinging to the floor. Inhale up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, step back with the right foot. And this time we're going to stay here, stepping with just 1 foot back, finding your lunge, and come into our lizard pose. As you recall, we did this last week. So with 1 foot forward, the other foot back on our toes, just find your stretch. If you need to adjust your foot, feel free to do that. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot and find your lizard. If you need to use a block here to support your hands, feel free to do it at whatever height you may need. And breathe. Lizard is an intense hip opener. Couple breaths here. Now I have my left foot forward. Both hands are on the right side of my left foot. On my next inhale, I'm going to take the right arm and reach up to the sky. Tuck the chin, but follow with your eyes past the upstretched hand. For a lizard twist. Keep the chin tucked. And down. Take the left hand now to the outside of the foot, press the feet back, and let's walk it out. We'll do the other side. Shake your head out.
And when you're ready, let's swing now the right foot forward, come into our lizard lunge. So my right foot forward, back foot is on my toes, and I'm going to take both hands and place them on the left side of my forward foot. And breathe, allowing the pelvis to sink down into your lizard here. You can feel free to take some rocking motions here if you'd like, just tiny. Breathing as you feel the pelvis release. And when you're ready, now let's take that left arm up to the sky, tucking your chin and turning the head to the side. And breathe. Opening that shoulder. Final breath. And down. Taking the right hand to the outside of the foot. Let's bring the back foot forward. Come into our forward fold here. Drop the head. Inhale up halfway on the fingertips. And then exhale, release. Inhale, hands come to your hips. Press through the heels, engage your core, and hinge up to standing. Take a moment with your eyes closed if you'd like, and hands at your side, and breathe. Just noticing the openness in your body, the flow of energy. And you can open your eyes. Now, interlocking, taking your feet with about hip width apart and interlocking the fingers behind you. Just a little shoulder opening bend here. So I have my hands interlocked behind. Inhale, looking up, pulling the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the legs somewhat straight. You can certainly soften them if you need to. And just coming into a forward fold with the fingers interlocked behind us. You control how much you'd like to work on opening the shoulders here by how much you feel like straightening the arms or bringing them back behind you. And breathe. Relax your neck. And then engage your core and come up to standing. Now, whichever hand position you had, put the other thumb on the top. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale, looking up, opening the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head. Open the shoulders. You control how much you'd like to do here. And engaging your core, press through the heels, come to standing. Release your arms and shake your shoulders and hands out, the fingers as well. Coming to the front of your mat, if you're not there already, let's make sure you have both bricks on the sides of your mat. With your feet about hip width apart, I'm going to step back with my right foot and have it out at about a 45-degree angle, and it's on the right side of the mat. My left foot is forward and more towards the left side of the mat. With your hands on your hips, inhale, looking up, finding space and opening the chest. Exhale, pull that forward leg bone up into the hip bone, hinge from the hips, and reach for your bricks. The legs are straight here. Now, if we don't want to touch the nose to the knee. That's not what this pose is about. It's about a stretch in the legs. So we want to keep the back nice and long. So if you'd like to use them on whatever level, that feels pretty good to me. And you may need to adjust that back leg to find your stretch. I'm feeling this really on the inside of the forward leg. And breathe.
Parsvatanasana. Now, taking your right hand, I'm going to switch the level of the brick a little bit here. I'm going to take my right hand, I have my left foot forward, reaching up to the sky, looking past it with my chin tucked. I'm then going to place that arm over the forward foot and put my hand on the brick. Finding your balance here, not moving the legs at all. Taking the left arm now and placing it on the back of the body, right over the sacrum area, that flat spot here on the hips, between the hips. And coming into our twisted triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana, and breathe. Again, this is a wonderful stretch for the legs. Release the chin. And breathe. Now, releasing that, I'm going to bend my front knee. I'm going to now move my back foot so that it is facing, the toes are facing forward, but they're still pretty wide. I still have a pretty wide stance here. I'm on my toes. Taking my right arm, placing it over the left knee, hands come together in Namaste prayer, and pressing the hands together. I'm going to come into I'm going to be looking up over the left elbow. And by pressing the hands together, I can get a little bit more of a twist here. Twisted side angle, Parivrita Parsvottanasana. Parsvakanasana, excuse me, Parsvakanasana. And then you can release, pressing through the bricks, coming to standing, hands on your hips, and hinge up. We'll do the other side. I'm going to switch here so you can see me. So keeping the bricks on both sides, standing at the front of your mat with your hips about hip width apart. Now let's step back with the left leg. The back foot is at an angle to the side, about a 45-degree angle. Feet are nice and wide on the mat. Hips are somewhat facing forward. Pulling that front hip bone up into the hips and creating that hinge from the hips. We're going to come forward onto our bricks, finding our stretch, and breathe. Feeling a lengthening of the spine as though your head is being pulled forward, not down. It's also known as pyramid pose. And then without moving the legs, I'm going to adjust my brick that's on the outside of my forward foot, taking the other arm up to the sky, tucking my chin and looking past the arm, and then bringing it down and putting it on the brick to the outside of my forward foot. I'm now going to take my other arm, place it on my sacrum, the back of the body. Inhale, looking up, tucking that chin, but looking up towards the hand that's on my sacrum, up towards the ceiling. Opening that shoulder. And then release. Now bending the front leg, the forward leg, straightening the back leg so that the toes are facing forward and coming up onto my toes. Taking my left arm and hooking it over my right knee, bringing the hands together in Namaste prayer, pressing the hands together to find my twist, lifting that top elbow, tucking my chin and looking up towards the ceiling, and breathe, finding your balance. And release, bring the hands to your blocks. Inhale, bring that back leg forward, coming into our forward fold. And let's just take a moment here and breathe. Inhale, come up halfway onto the fingertips. Exhale, deeper into the fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, press through your heels, and come to standing. Shake it out, the arms and the legs. Moving on to a little balance work here today. Eagle, Garudasana, one of my favorite balances. Now, and it's a very twisty balance. We're going to take the weight onto our, I'm going to take it onto my right leg. It's going to look like your left leg. Release the weight from the other leg. Now, crossing that leg over to the other side. And you can just stay here with your tip top, on your toes if you'd like. Or if you'd like, if it is available, bending that front, the right knee, your left knee, and hooking the other leg around so that the toe hooks behind the other hand, the other back of the leg. Sorry, that's fine. You can also just stay here touching on your toe. It's enough of a balance as well. But if you're comfortable with that and like to go deeper, hooking that toe. Now I have my left leg over. So I'm going to then take the right arm over, bringing the hands together and press. And release. Shake it out. It's very hard to talk and do that at the same time. So again, we're going to make sure, as with all of our balance poses, we're engaging our core. We're finding a drishti on the floor to focus on our focal point and breathing. So now I'm going to switch to the other side. Again, whatever you're doing, whether you're just touching the toe or hooking it, bend the knees. And release. Shake the legs out. I love doing that one. It's my favorite balance, I think. Okay, coming to the wall. So using the wall for balance, just to, because this isn't really a balance so much as it's a quad stretch. And with your feet pretty close together, we're going to bend the back, I'm using the wall with my left side. I'm going to just reach back, find the knee, keeping the knees together, and do a quad stretch here. So my knees are together. If you need to bend the knees to reach that ankle, feel free to do that. We want to keep the knees close. If you can't reach your ankle with your hand, certainly can use the belt to help you get to wherever you need to be. Again, it helps to have the wall here for balance. So something like this. And just find that stretch again, keeping the knees in line. And we're trying to get the stretch here in the front of the thigh. So bringing the heel back up towards the hips or as close as you need to get that stretch, and breathe. Chin parallel the floor, keeping the throat open. And release. Let's do the other side. So again, holding on to the floor or to the wall, keeping the knees close. I find it's easier to bend the knees to reach the ankle. And then straightening. Knees in line, and breathe. Finding your stretch. Chin parallel with the floor. Open the shoulders. One more breath. and release. And you can come back to your mat now. Let's just sit down. Coming into our rod pose with our feet in front of us. Just gonna, you got it? With your feet flexed, legs straight, moving the skin away from your hip bones so that you have a nice connection with the floor. Engaging the mula, pulling up, pulling in at the Uddiyana, in at the Jalandhara, hands are at our side. Finding our beautiful posture here, our seated rod pose, opening those shoulders. Inhale, bringing the arms up, finding space, nice and tall, really reaching, and then coming forward, hinging from the hips, bringing the hands to the floor. Again, we've done this before. We're keeping the length in the spine, looking for length, maybe inching the fingers forward a little bit as the hips release. Keeping the spine long, not curved here. Can release the head, soften your jaw, and breathe. And you can release. Now bringing your hands in front of your chest in Namaste prayer. I'm going to just do some scoots. So I'm just going to be scooting forward with my hips, not using the hands, and then go back. Gauge your core. Again, forward. Is this easy? Is it a little bit of a challenge? How much do you have to use your arms to move? Good, shake it out. Keeping your feet now in our Dandasana, bring your left leg up with the knee bent and the foot is at the side of the opposite knee. Drop the left knee to the floor with your foot now against the opposite thigh. Yeah, if you need to use a brick under the knee, that's fine as well. Inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, coming the forward. And again, this is about lengthening the spine. It's not about touching your head to your knee. So keeping that length, finding your stretch. And breathe. And release, walking the hands back forward. Now bring that leg, the bent leg, up so that it is now on the foot with the foot by the opposite knee. Bringing your right hand up, or excuse me, your left hand up and to the floor behind you for support. Take the other arm, reach the sky for length and hook that knee with the elbow. Hand is open and facing to the side. Inhale, reaching up at the top of the head, and exhale, coming into a slight twist, pulling that shoulder back, keeping the chin over the torso as you inhale, reach up for more length. Exhale, opening into the twist. Continue at your own pace. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Not twisting the chin. Finding opening in the shoulder and the chest. Last time, as you exhale, you can look over the shoulder with the eyes, return to center, and shake it out. We'll do the other side. Coming back into our Dandasana with our feet flexed, legs are pressed against the floor, hips are engaged with the floor as well. Bring the other leg now up, bend the knee, and drop it to the side. My foot is pressed against the inside of my other thigh. Inhale, reaching up with the arms, and exhale, coming forward, finding your stretch. Breathing. Maybe inching the fingers forward a little bit as you feel the release in the lower back and in the back of the leg. Whatever feels like a nice, invigorating stretch. And when you're ready, you exhale, walk the hands back up to seating. Bring the lower knee up so that you're now on the foot, which is beside the extended leg. Bringing your right leg back behind that right hip. Inhale, reaching the other arm up to the sky, finding length, and then hooking the elbow over the knee. Now, if you can't hook, you can just hold the knee as well. Totally fine. It's about the twist. So inhale, reaching up with the crown of the head. Exhale, opening that back shoulder. Again, check that your chin remains facing the same direction as your torso. And feel the opening of the shoulder. And on your final exhalation, looking over with the eyes over that back shoulder, and then release and coming forward, shake your legs out, shake your shoulders out. Bringing your feet in together as much as possible, as close to the body as possible, Baddha Konasana. And with your hands on the feet, or you can simply have your hands on the floor in front of you. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, coming forward into our forward fold. Again, you can keep the hands on the feet if you'd like, or you can have them on the mat. Just working on opening the thighs here, opening the pelvis and the hips. Relax the jaw and the neck. And when you're ready, pressing yourself back up, bring your hands under your knees, lift them up, shake them out a little bit. Then coming with our feet, bring your feet in front of the hips or in front of the knees, about hip width apart. Bringing your hands to your heart in Namaste prayer. Actually, then let's lift up, bring the toes together, coming into our boat balance, Navasana. Lifting the feet up to about seated so that you look like you're in a sort of inverted seated position. Very important to keep the core engaged and keep the back. We don't want the back floating back, curving back. We want to keep the spine nice and long here so that we're really working the abdominal muscles. And breathe. My legs are shaking. Yes, this is strong abdominal work. Relax the shoulders. Couple of breaths here. Gauge that core and release. Again, bringing them up this time, either staying here or if you'd like, straightening the legs, straightening the arms parallel with the legs, keeping that back nice and long, chest up, and release. One more time, if you'd like to go a little further, again, you can stay here with the legs bent. You can extend them. You can also take your peace fingers, grab those big tall toes, and extend the legs if you'd like. And breathe again. Nice long spine, nice and tall, engaging the core and balancing here. And release. Now bringing the feet so that your heels are together. And again, finding your sits bones, bring the arms up, now reaching through with the left arm under the left knee, and I'm going to work that arm out as far as I can, spread my fingers nice and wide. I'm getting the knee up over my shoulder or over my upper arm as much as possible. Inhale, reaching up with the other arm, tuck your chin and turn the head to look past your extended arm. Reaching to the sky, finding your lotus twist. Keep the chin tucked and release. Other side, shake it out. Now taking the right arm under the right knee, reaching, crawling with those fingers, getting that knee and that leg up as far as possible. Inhale, sweeping the other arm to the sky, tuck your chin and turn the head toward the outreached hand. And breathe. Opening. And release. Now, keeping the feet in our lotus position so that our heels are touching, toes are splayed out. I'm going to reach underneath with both arms, putting my hand into Yan Mudra so that my two fingers touching my thumb, other fingers are extended, leaning back, finding your balance, coming into the full blossoming lotus. Heels are touching. Engaging your core here. And release. Shrug it out. Staying on our hips, sitting on our hips with our feet in front of us. Hands are underneath our shoulders. We're going to lift the hips coming into our tabletop. If you have a neck injury or if you've had any issue with your neck, you may want to keep the head looking forward. But lifting the hips so that your body is forming a tabletop position. Releasing and coming down on the right hip, turning to the right side, placing both hands behind you, touching your nose to the floor. Pressing up, coming back to center. Lift the hips up again. Lift those hips, make a tabletop. Drop the hips now down onto the left side, turning to the left side, nose to the floor, mini push up, come back to center. Do one more side on either side, lifting the hips, coming down onto the right side, turning to the back, nose to the floor, pressing up, coming back to center, lifting the hips, dropping the hips onto the left side, rolling back to the back, nose to the floor, and pressing up. Now let's keep rolling the legs back and come into our Sphinx pose. So on our bellies and our hands, elbows are underneath the shoulders, hands are in front of us with the fingers spread. And this is Sphinx with our gaze forward. Taking some wiggles here. And breathing. Gentle back bend. Now extending the arms out but keeping the gaze and the torso raised. We're going to lift the right arm and the left leg and down. Lift the left arm and the right leg and down. Make sure you're squeezing all those muscles in the back, the hips, all the paraspinals, and just a few alterations, alternate sides. Bring your head down. Take your arms out to the side like an airplane, and then roll your head to one side so that you're laying on one cheek, just for a gentle, you can actually bring your arms down along the body if you'd like, just for a gentle stretch of the neck, twist, excuse me. Make sure you're releasing the jaw and softening the face. And then let's change to the other cheek. Release the shoulders. And when you're ready, come to center. Press back into child just for a counter pose for a moment. Coming up to all fours, let's cross our feet. Come onto our backs. Taking your feet wide on the mat with your hands out at the sides, maybe like in a cactus. Let's just take some gentle side to sides, wide-legged stretches, twists, rather, I guess. Just windshield wipering the knees side to side. And when you're ready, you can extend the legs, kick out your heels, reach up with your hands, and get a nice final stretch. Take whatever wiggles and jiggles feel good to you, and settle in for our Shavasana. Closing the eyes, returning to just normal breathing now. Scanning the body, releasing anything that's tight or that you're holding. Check the hips, the belly. Let the shoulders and the arms be heavy against the ground. Release your jaw and the neck and the face. And relax in your Shavasana. And beginning to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Maybe rolling your head from side to side. Bringing your knees up. Doing a little hug of the knees, Apanasana. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side. Taking a breath here with your eyes closed. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to your seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, hands at your heart, coming back to the intention. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you enjoy this wonderful weather and have a lovely week. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week.